Say that.
So Kadiki to start this is how I wanted to start the podcast. Kadiki brought to my attention that Danielle Bregoli, aka Bhad Babie,
oh man,
just turned 18 yesterday, right? And she actually opened up an OnlyFans,
right?
And I think we can all admit, I think she was introduced to the world when she was 13. She was a little girl when she was 13. Nothing really attractive about her. At 15. Bhad Babie was a self-admitted bad baby. You feel me? Yo, I'm not going to lie. Listen, legally, I will never, she's too young. She's illegal. Everybody could agree that she was a baddie when she was 15 and 16. I'm sorry.
She was developed. I will say she was developed.
She was well developed.
She was on her way.
She was developed.
I will also say this. She's the only ghetto white girl that's actually attractive. You know that type, the ghetto white girl that's you know what I mean?
Wait. I know
she's the first one that's actually attractive. But do y'all not agree? I preach. How old are you? You're like 40.
No, I'm not 40. I'm in my 30s. I'm 30 something. But I'm not 40, thank God.
Yeah, close.
Close. Yeah, we getting there. We getting there.
Do you think she's attractive?
I think she's attractive. Yeah. I think she's attractive.
Yeah, she's 18 now. You could speak.
Now that she's 18.
But I don't know. That's still a little weird though.
Yeah.
That's still like, I don't know if I could do that, bro. But I will say, like,
I'm 24.
If it was, you could. Yeah.
I'll dip in that.
Come on, tomorrow.
Come on now.
But here's
not yesterday, but tomorrow.
You know what's weird though? Because like, are you West Indian as well?
Yeah.
No? All right. So in the West Indian culture though, if you look at the age difference of parents back in the day, like it was crazy.
Let's not talk about it. Let's not even. Immediate family, 30, 15 might have got with a lady at 15, and now that gentleman's in his 50s, and him and that lady have been married ever since.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just like a predatory thing. It was like, oh, bro, really fell in love with a 15-year-old, and now she's his wife with kids and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So
that's a good. I know. Yeah, I've seen situations like that, and I don't know. I
always say it's different from an R. Kelly, who is in his 30s, in his 40s, preying on 15. 14, 16-year-old girls.
That's just Weirdoville.
And I think it's still wrong today. Obviously, I wouldn't do that. I don't think any of us would do that. But I think a lot of people put a blind eye to how common that actually was.
Oh, yeah. It was very common back in the day. Like, Jerry Lewis was like that. His cousin, I think he married his cousin who was like 14 or 13 at the time. Like, it was weirdo shit. But yeah, like, I'm pretty sure it was a lot more normal back in the day. Now... Like I said, it just looks weird though.
Yeah, very weird.
It just looks weird. But I ask you before I'm sorry to interrupt. If it was the inverse, would it be weird? Like, so the thing is cougars, and what if they date 20-something-year-olds, 40-year-olds who's dating 20-something-year-olds?
I don't think it's an issue at all.
Nobody cares.
No one gives a fuck about that.
Matter of fact, they clap it up.
Word.
Listen, bro, Joe Rogan has a joke where he says he would kill Harvey Weinstein if she tried to if he tried to have sex with his young daughter or even of age daughter for a movie role. But Harvina Weinstein trying to fuck his son for a movie role? Nigga, do you want a Bentley or not? Do you want a Bentley or not?
And people laughed, I bet.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. And people were like, ha, ha, ha. But the thing about comedians is always seriousness in the joke.
Yeah, I think that's one of the principles of comedy. It has to be, you have to either take an extremely bad situation and make it benign.
Right.
Like how you take a guy like Harvey Weinstein and make it into a joke, or a complete benign situation and make it exaggerated, which is what Jerry Seinfeld does.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
but if you had a daughter, would things change?
Absolutely.
Right.
I'm killing Harvey Weinstein.
Okay.
But Harvina Weinstein, she could fuck my son. I don't care.
All right. Sure. And if you, same thing with you. If you have, you have, I don't know if you have kids. You have kids? So if you had a daughter, though,
no,
that's not flying.
But your son, do you care if your 18-year-old son has sex with a 30-year-old woman?
Nah, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care.
I feel like you would push him towards it.
I wouldn't push him towards
would you dap
it.
him up?
Nah, yo, it's crazy because I wouldn't. It's different because I don't know what I would be like as a father. I don't know if I would change up because I would say one thing right now and be a completely different dad because that's crazy. Like 13, probably 15, maybe 15. I would be like, all right, bro, or 16, maybe, all right, bro. Right. But 13, that's a little. That's aggressive.
That's way too young.
That's aggressive. Like that's OD.
But an 8-year-old son is with like a 32-year-old woman.
What are you getting from that?
I'll
let him rock.
Listen, man.
Make sure you get in that bag, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Growing up, my mom always made sure to tell me, I don't know why she always told me this, now it makes sense. Nick, never fuck with no young girls. And this was coming up when I was like 16, 17. It's like, Nick, they don't play with that shit, especially in America. This is not Trinidad. Do not be 20. If you 20, don't even fuck with a 17-year-old girl.
Right.
And she always told me that, right? And now with this Danielle Bregoli situation, Bhad Babie, I can tell why, because I think my mom understood at the time that there are going to be these young women
that's not
who are extremely attractive at the young age of 16 and 17.
Yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact. I don't know what's in the milk, bro, but for real.
But we can see that now. Now like, I think as
does she even go to school?
Nah, she been homeschooled. I think that's what her mom was beefing over.
She made $1 million in 6 hours, bro.
And that's crazy.
I think as a community, we need to talk about that very touchy situation and how men can be demonized that are not really demons for maybe messing with a Danielle Bregoli. You know what I mean? Even though I say don't do it, but let's understand the difference between, because you know they try to put everything in one box. All of that 100%. Is rape. Mm-hmm. Is it really? Is that? If a 20-year-old was to sleep with the 17-year-old Danielle Bergoli, is that really rape?
I mean, but technically, if you look at like a 19-year-old messing with a 16-year-old, that's considered
exactly
right. That's considered, you know,
and that could happen naturally in high school.
Right? Exactly.
You're a junior dating your girl that's a freshman. Now you're 18 and your girl's still 16.
Yeah.
We all got to do all how that came about. The consent. That's what's important in a situation like that.
Yes, consent is important.
At the same time, I'm not with it because the law is crazy.
The law is the law.
Shit would backfire at you. Parents will come at you because it's like she could consent, but then the parent could say like, "Oh nah."
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I'm not okay with.
And
this.
then, are you considered considered a
sexual offender? No different than
and
someone
then
that physically raped
on that list now.
Nah, bro. Yeah, that's
why you. That's why my mom made sure to tell me stay away from that. But as we could see by Mrs. Lady's numbers, Bhad Babie's numbers, that a lot of dudes had their eyes open. Right?
Yeah, you could tell it was like
it was waiting on the.
It was waiting.
Like, I said what?
Let me ask you a question. Who did it better? Who did the 18th birthday better? Remember when Tiger and Kylie Jenner were just friends?
Oh, yeah.
Yo. They were just friends, and then she turned 18, and it's all of a sudden like, yo, this is my girlfriend now.
Son.
Yeah, that was crazy. But he was like waiting, bro. Like, yeah, you could. It was just very blatant. You know what I'm saying?
Redshirted her. So who did it better? Who did the 18th birthday better? Kylie Jenner or Danielle Bergoli?
Well, she made a bag, and that's a great question. I would. For who did it better in terms of, was it Tiger that did it better, or was it Daniel? Would Bhad Babie did it better, or was it Kylie Jenner who did it better?
Kylie Jenner or Danielle Bergoli?
I would say I'd say Bhad Babie, because Bhad Babie knew it. Like she essentially took a 15 minutes of fame and stretched it.
Genius. I don't think she gets credit for her genius.
She stretched that
for 5 years.
For 5 years, pretty much.
And I don't think it's stopping now.
No,
I don't think she stretched it. I think she used it to create a fucking.
She leveraged it. Yeah,
she leveraged it perfectly.
Yeah, 100%. And you can't knock her for it. Like, she ain't hurting nobody. You know what I mean? And you know, Dr. Phil is out here. I guess he's owed a check too, because he put her on the platform to do it too. Yes, so it is what it is. But nah, shout out to her making $1 million in 6 hours. That's impressive. That's Wall Street numbers, bro.
This is actually a topic. It's crazy that this came up. I was actually thinking to myself this week, in the most respectful way, this lady has a husband. Her husband is an upstanding citizen of our culture, Jay-Z. I was saying, what if Miss Beyonce Knowles Carter was to open an OnlyFans? What would the state of if Danielle Bergoli could make $1 million in 6 hours, What is Beyonce doing on OnlyFans? Assuming that her and her husband agree to this in the most respectful way, putting out the type of content that she decides to put out in the most respectful way, what type of bag is Beyonce garnering?
Can I add something else to that too?
Go ahead.
What's the age difference between Beyonce and Jay-Z?
It's a big one.
Yeah, it's
I think
like 10
Beyonce
years.
is
It's probably
like
more than
50.
It's more?
It's more than that.
Jay-Z is in his 50s. Beyonce
She's like
is
30
still in her
something.
mid-30s.
Yeah.
So, and they started dating when she was pretty young.
But nobody ever. It's amazing to be like, oh, that's a black power couple, which they are, and nobody. I'm not knocking it. Like, kudos to them. That's a pretty wide gap, bro.
But Jay-Z was smart. I think he understood that these girls out here
Damn,
be out
got
here.
21 years on her.
21 years?
Nah, I'm tweaking.
No, I don't know if it's 21. Yes, that's crazy. By the way,
she's 39 and he's 51.
So 12 years?
Yeah, 12.
Okay.
That's not
12 years her senior.
So that's a 30-year-old.
When did they meet though?
A 30-year-old hollering at Bhad Babie. Mm-hmm. Somebody doing that now, somebody be like, yo, that's a little creepish, bro.
Word.
Somebody be like, yo, that's a little creepish.
But then all you gotta say is, nigga, Jay-Z did it, so can I.
Right.
That's a new Beyonce.
Facts.
Bhad Babie is a new Beyonce?
If Beyonce did though open up, she could do 10 million easily.
I think she would have to own the company. I think she would make so much money that the company would be like, listen,
she just buy it.
Listen. This is what's gonna happen. All these other bitches that's on this shit, you getting half of their money, and you getting 50% of the company, and you do whatever you want to do with it. And we just need one piece of content every week, even if it's just a little netted bra that you could kind of see the nipple. That's all you need from Beyonce to break the bank, bro.
Yo. Nah, she'd probably have to have equity in OnlyFans to even try to even think about doing it. And it'd have to be